who are you? Like, if I was to ask you, who are you? Would you be willing to answer me? If I could ask your homeboys, your homegirls, your parents, who is so-and-so, what do you think? Would they say something positive? Would they say something uplifting? Or would they know? And I ain't gonna lie, for people who my age and this generation, Gen Z, and the future generation, Gen Alpha, I believe, the question of who we are is always revolving. It's always constant. That's something that we always think about. You know what I'm saying? But a good origin story and a good introduction, you can't start anything or move anything without first talking about who you are. And the reason why I'm saying who you are is because we live in a world where we find our identity in false things. Can I come down your alley? We find ourselves not knowing what's going on, so we tend to fit in on certain things. So guess what? I'm gonna hop on the new trend on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna try to fit in. Or guess what? I'm gonna see what the algorithm is doing so I can get my numbers up. Or if I gotta dress like this, or I gotta wear baggy clothes, or I gotta wear this hat, or I gotta get my hair twisted. I gotta do all these different things just so I could fit in. But if you find yourself fitting in and compromising and doing things just so you guys can feel welcomed by something, and that you know that doesn't feel right, you're in the right place finding out who you are. But I want to let you know that, guess what? That's not you. Knowing who you are takes time. Knowing who you are is a daily thing. You feel me? And the reason why I talk about knowing who you are is, if you can't tell, I'm a Batman fan. So cue Batman, put Batman picture right here. Thank you. So I'm a huge Batman fan. And Batman's origin is very tragic, unfortunately, but it turned into power. And here's why. The biggest thing is, for those who don't know who Batman is, then you're probably living under a rock, but that's not the point. Batman is a billionaire, multi-billionaire, and playboy Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne came from a wealthy family. I'm not going to touch too much about what his mom and dad did to get some wealth. Just know they had bank. You feel me? So one of these nights, Bruce wanted to go watch a movie and whatnot. And then his pops rented out the theater. This is the Z version. He rented out the theater, and he wanted to make sure that his son watched it. But then there's one night they took a dark alley and they took a shortcut. And on their way taking that shortcut, rather than going the way that they typically go, a gunman comes out. He robs them, and he shoots Bruce's parents and kills them right in front of him. And he almost got killed until the police came. And Bruce was traumatized by that. You feel me? He was traumatized by seeing the very people that he loves dead right in front of him. You say, that's kind of dark. Yeah, but I'm going somewhere with this. And then for the rest of his life, he grew up in anger, frustration, and revenge. But then he slowly just tried to figure out why it happened. Why didn't I not die? Why didn't I not go through this situation? Or why did this happen to me? God, why did my parents have to leave? Doesn't that sound like us? What happened in your life tragically that has you questioning who you are? And that's what we're going to talk about. Because it was that question where Bruce said, who am I? That he took on a journey to go ahead and find himself. This happened when he was around 8 years old. He was a child around 8 years old. Then he doesn't grow until he's 18. And then once he's 18, then he starts disciplining himself. He starts learning how to defend himself. He starts becoming a smart and intelligent scientist. And he has wealth as well. So I'm here to tell you, whatever you have monetarily is not the key thing to who you are. Because you're more than just your money. You're more than just your status. You're more than just your followers. You're more than just your episodes. You're more than just your podcast. You know what I'm saying? So don't get stuck in thinking what you do is all that you are.